All right. We're reconnecting. We'll see if anybody gets their notification. So, who's still with us on Facebook? We've got a few guys hanging out there. Bill's still on with us. Scott's still on with us. Dad should still be on. There's Kevin. So, Kevin's back on. So, hopefully, we'll. It blew me out when I tried to refresh it and reset it. It blew me out completely. This thing is obviously known to do. So, we'll give everybody a few seconds here. There's Bill Disc, Pete, Brian, Travis, Leo, Alan, Randall's back. So, all right, we're coming back here slowly but surely. Numero uno. Yeah, that's what the guys on Facebook were saying. Blame Gray Kitty, but she's over there at the water bowl right now. So, Big Job is here. All right. Yeah, that's right. I can't hide. You guys will find me. So, anyway, let's give it a few minutes here and see how things go. Kenny's back on. All right. So I don't know. Do we want to keep finishing out auctions tonight, or do we want to go ahead and move on and see how things progress from here? So that will be kind of up to some of you guys. I saw no bids on the hubcap at all, Travis. This Buick cap, after I held it up, it locked up. So I saw absolutely nothing on this. That's when everything just shut down. I quit getting comments at all. So we'll see what everybody thinks here, and if we want to keep going on auctions, I guess everybody's still trying to bid, so I guess that means we're going to do some more auctions. Bud's here, so Brian's ready for some auctions. So anyway, hopefully, let's go ahead, and I guess we're going to roll with it. Everybody's bidding. That's right, the hubcap is cursed. We better sell it and get it out of here. So let's go ahead and we'll see. We'll go ahead and do the hubcap. And we'll see if we get our crowd back and what we want to do from there. So on the Buick cap, where we lost everything a little bit ago, Leo at 5, Tony at 10, Leo at 12, Alex at 22, and we are on the timer on the Buick cap. So we'll go ahead and do this. We'll kind of see if everybody gets back on and we kind of get rolling again. If not, we can always move on. We'll see how things progress. So I've got Alex at 22. We are on the timer. We are going to at least sell this Buick grease cap, and then we'll go from there. So we're taking along. I got plenty of stuff piled up here. We'll just see what happens with the feed, whether it's going to cooperate, whether everybody gets their notifications. I hate to get, have to break back off, and then, we've only got half the people back on. So Travis is, he has a nobody's addiction. So can you just hit the like button? Appreciate that, Kenny. Johnny Z's back. Mark's back. Tony at 24. As we're coming up on the 1 minute mark, and there's the 1 minute mark. Tony at 24 on the Buick grease cap. '62 Cadillac Series 6. Do you have the Cadillac Series 62? Depends on which one, Thomas. I don't know what year you've got. I seen the 62 and I took it for both of them, year and model. I think we are, Charlie. We're ticking along. I hope we're good. I don't know what happened. It locked up. I hit refresh. It blew me out of everything. So minute 30 is passed. 47. I've got 147 Cadillac 4-door. Past the minute 30 mark on this one. Tony at 24. Almost got this one wrapped up. Tony at 24. And that does it. Tony at 24 on the Buick grease cap. Can you sell beer cans? I don't know. We've never tried to sell beer cans. I don't know if you guys like old beer cans or not. I've got a few of them sitting around, not a ton of them. All right, what do you think? We want to do a few more and see if we get kind of get people built back on. I don't have any Billy Beer cans, actually. So what do you guys think? Should we do a few more and see if we get the crowd coming back? Or I was just staring into the camera. Yeah. Yeah, we just sold the Buick cap. I know everybody's kind of screwed up. I hope you're getting back on. I hope everything's squared up and we're rolling again. Everybody say, keep going, do more. Okay, we haven't done a regular hubcap yet tonight, so I've got one of these ready. This is kind of different. I was, when I pulled this one out, I was kind of looking at this one, and I think, keep it lit. Michael says, sure. So, Joe's Classics made it tonight. Back in the 50s and 60s, you know, aftermarket wheels didn't even exist until the mid 60s, really. And even then, they were very expensive. So back in the day, a lot of people, you did what you could. A lot of people just took the hubcaps off and just ran black steel wheels. Or they may get custom wheel covers from J.C. Whitney, things like that, flippers and stuff like that. So, third time saying hello is a charm. Yeah, we've got some feed issues for sure. So when I found this cap, this is what I'm thinking somebody did. They were going for that hot rod type look, but they kept the original caps. This was a stainless cap, but it's black. See, but on the back, it was a stainless cap, but it's black. So I think this was somebody's old hot rod cap because they painted the cap black and then they painted the Ford silver and the hash marks. It's an old dinged up, dented up cap. There's no doubt about it. But I think this was somebody's old hot rod deal because you see on the back, it's still a stainless cap. It's got the metal ring on it. But I think somebody was going for that hot rod type look when they did this cap. Leo starting us off at 10. It is 9 3/4 in diameter. I've got Leo at 10. Let's get this thing on the timer and get rolling. All right. We are live for now, I think. We'll see how things go. Yeah. Piece has a cool piece too bad somebody wrote a bad word on it. Yeah. Alex at 20 as we hit the 1 minute mark. Alex at 20. Travis just reloaded. As we're coming up on the 1.5 minute mark, there is the 1:30. I've got Alex at 20 on the old hot rod Ford cap. Coming out of the wire on this one. Looks like straight out of rubber without a cause. Yep. I literally think that's what somebody was doing. Alex at 20. A few seconds left. We're going to wrap this one up. And that does it. We'll put it to Alex at 20. All right, matchbooks. These are great matchbooks. Matchbooks. This is a set of international matchbooks. Santa Fe Motor Company, your international harvester dealer in Deerfield, Kansas. Barry Tractor and Equipment Company, Wichita, Kansas. Travis at 5. Oh, that one's got cool stuff on the back, too. And this thing is awesome. The IH World of Power and Equipment from the Barnes Rambler and Implement Company, Hugoton, Kansas. All three of them going together. Travis at 5. Let's get this thing on the timer and let's get rolling. And we've got another super cool international piece coming up next as well. I'll forewarn you. Travis at 5. That's it. Or that or we're locked up again. There we go. Bill Disc at 8. Travis at 11. One minute has passed. We're just past the 1 minute mark. Travis at 11. There's the minute 30 mark. Coming down to the wire. Travis at 11. I see Randall, the Nut Farm. Lots of hearts, fireworks. Mark at 15. And Mark got it done at 15. Travis came back at 16. I kind of suspected Mark was sitting there on his thumbs waiting for that. Yeah, kind of. All right. Who's ready for a Big Kahuna emblem? Big Kahuna. Big Kahuna. You guys liked the international KB6, KB7 truck video the other night. A lot of you guys made comments on them. They're cool trucks. They were a cool design. Those things were a workhorse. I mean, back in the day, if you needed something to go out and do basically anything, you bought an international. I mean, that's what they were for. They were the meanest, the biggest. They would do whatever you needed to do. And the next piece is such a great piece. I love these things. And I have some extras. I've got some on those trucks. This did not come off one of those trucks, but it is the same thing as what they have on this beast. Travis is already at 10. Don't worry, you're fine at 10. So this beast of an international emblem. And this thing is big. This thing, just to give you some perspective, Kenny at 15 is 25 inches long. This is a statement piece if you're an international guy. Brian at 30. It is pot metal. This one was actually painted. These came in painted or chrome. So this is clean pot metal. You could paint this any color you wanted. If you want white, blue, black, whatever. It's bowed just a little bit. It is a flat mount emblem, but it is bowed just a little bit. Weston with the I-80 Truck Museum, yeah, they have some great stuff there for sure. This was stud mounted. Big Job rode in a KV single axle dump truck when he was 10 years old. This is a statement piece. If you're a binder guy, you got to have one of these. 25 inches long. Didn't tell you how tall it was. 1.25 inches. From the base to the top of the letter is 1.25 inches, and it's 25 inches long. So this thing is awesome. Let's get it on the timer. I've got Travis at 31 on the Mega International emblem. This is OE, original deal, 80 years old. Like I said, you can display it the way it is. You could paint it since it is clean pot metal. It was not chrome. It was designed to be painted. It is a header for an international wall. Yeah. You got a collection of international memorabilia, that's the piece. Because these are a beast. Travis at 31. Johnny Z at 35. Ticking away, we are live on this one. As we come up on the 1 minute mark, there's 1 minute. Johnny Z at 35. Tony, be cool to put one of those KB cabs on a Ford Dually. Yep, it would be. And there's the minute 30 mark. Johnny Z at 35. Ticking down to the wire on this one. It's a good deal at 35 because that is a beast of an emblem. Leo at 36. Pete at 39. Kenny at 42. I've got Kenny at 42. Couple seconds left on this one. And that does it. Kenny at 42. And there comes more 45, 43, 44. At the end of 2 minutes, I had Kenny at 42. I would sure like to take the rest of everybody's money, but that's the only fair way to do it. Yeah, you were real close, Joe. There was all three of those bitches. Boom, 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 right? Like at 2:02. So, all right, what's next? Oh, we do a lot of dog dish caps, but I don't know if you guys have any interest in doing any full-size caps. So I threw one of these in just for the heck of it. It was sitting over there in the pile. I thought I'd throw it in. 1955, I think, era. Full size. Might want to put the sunglasses on because this is some bright, shiny stainless for this 1955 Chevy cap. Obviously, this white was white around here. Some of that's chipping. You see all the little bow ties all around. 55 or 56. I don't remember. I think it's 55. This is all stamped in. It is a stainless cap. You see the bow tie stamped in there. Travis at 5. Leo at 10. So I thought, what the heck? We'll try one. It's kind of a cool one. It's kind of a popular, well-known one. So I thought I'd see what you guys think and go ahead and do a full-size cap. So on the 55, I think, full-size Chevy cap, I've got Leo at 10. And let's get this thing on the timer. There we go. We are live. Just trying to figure out the last couple things, getting all my notes made ahead of time here. Leo at 10. And there's the 1 minute mark. Tony at 15. Tweety D's back. We're slowly but surely getting everybody back here after we lost it all. Tony at 15. And there's the minute 30 mark. Coming out of the wire on this one, Tony at 15. Johnny Z at 20. And that does it. Johnny Z at 20. Mark took a shot at it, but I had Johnny Z at 20. All right. We haven't done an enamel badge yet tonight. Better have a Hudson badge while we think about that. But let's do an old badge. How about this one for the 1930 or 1931 Plymouth, a Chrysler Motors product? Outcast is here with us tonight. Check out the little Plymouth badge. This does have some chipping up here in the corners. The ship is still nice and white. It's got one little whammo in the ship right here. But overall, it still looks good. The letters down here look good. Leo starting us off at 5. This is a flat mount emblem. It had a screw in the back to screw it onto the radiator shell. Tony at 10. About 1.5 inches by about 1.1 inches. Randall the Nut Farm at 20 on the little Plymouth badge. So like I said, a few chips up here, one in the ship, but overall you can still see the ship. You can still make out the letters. Yeah, that's right, Kenny. It is still floating, so we're good. So Nut Farm at 20 as we roll this one off on the timer. And we are ticking away. Cool little enamel emblem. We don't see many of these pop up. I have found some cool ones. I can't wait to get. I hope I find some more at Springfield. Try to find some more badges and hopefully find some more promos at Springfield. And there's the 1 minute mark. Nut Farm at 20 as we hit the 1 minute mark. Tony at 22. Travis says snipers are coming. They might be. These are hard to find. And this one doesn't look too terribly bad for its age. Alex at 23. Nut Farm at 25. And there's the minute 30 mark. 1 minute, 30 seconds has passed. Few seconds left. Nut Farm at 25. We're coming out of the wire. We got a little bit of time. Who's going to be able to slide it here on the end? Leo at 27. Few seconds left. If there's any bids hanging out there, Leo at 27. Tony at 28. And that does it. Tony at 28. Okay, what do we got next? Another can. This one's kind of banged up, but it has great colors, great graphics. I did not try to put any air to it. So some of this may pop out because I did not try it. But it's an early can. It's all steel, just kind of banged up on the sides. But it has awesome colors with the blue and the orange against the white on this Gulf Pride Court. Now, obviously, we can see it's dented over here. It's got a big dent in the back and some dents in the side. But right here where you see it, Leo at 10, Travis at 10, Gulf Pride HD, high detergent, Gulf Pride motor oil. Some instructions and stuff on the back. We see the seam over here where they crimped the steel can together. Drained from the bottom. Top is still intact. On the world's finest motor oil, Gulf Pride, high detergent. Leo at 10. I had him before Travis, so here we go. We're live on the timer on this cool old Gulf Pride quart. Travis at 11. It is cool. It's kind of banged up, but it is cool. Leo at 12. That's right, Alan, PDR it. You might be able to. You might be able to put some air to it and pop some of this out. I don't know. Yeah, good point, Joe. Maybe Kenny wasn't talking about the Gulf can. And there's the 1 minute mark. Leo at 12. All good points, Ozark Fox. Springfield is hot, and it is all uphill, it seems like. There is no doubt about that. And there's the minute 30 mark. Leo at 12. That's it on this Gulf Pride can. It ain't perfect, but it's a cool looking can. Kenneth Schultz at 14. Travis at 15. Kenny at 13. We're coming down to the wire. It's getting close to the end. I've got Travis at 15. Pete at 16. And that does it. Pete at 16. Kenneth at 16 came in right after the 2 minute mark. Pete got his in just before. Pete at 16. All right, what's next? I got another one of these Nebraska plates. You guys remember I found the box of new Nebraska plates. They are metal. They are steel. They are stamped, so I think they've got some age to them. They're brand new. They were never used, but I think they were probably stamped 20, 30, 40 years ago. This one tonight I thought was kind of cool and kind of different. And then that's what the whole box is, all kinds of weird stuff. That was intense, Travis. Travis started the plate off at 5. You know, we've had some dealer tags. We've had some boat trailer tags, we think, all kinds of weird stuff. But tonight, and maybe this is for Brian, I don't know. Just in case you want to have a bus, we have your tag, bus. Yes, literally a tag that says bus. Now, this black marking over here is on the plastic. It is not on the tag, so that is on the plastic, does not affect the tag. Literally says bus. It is stamped into the metal. Leo at 10. So I thought that was kind of funny. It is a brand new basic 12x6 size plate. 872 bus. Leo at 10. So just thought it was kind of cool, kind of different. I was like, I bet everybody would like to have a bus plate. This is this bus on it. This thing is rolling on the timer. We got a few more things we're going to squeeze in yet tonight. Dispatch Brian at 20 because he does drive a bus. And we're ticking away. Let me see if I got everything organized here for the next several pieces to get things wrapped up yet tonight and keep moving, since we've already had some issues with the feed tonight. I'll try to keep things as efficient as possible and keep things boogieing tonight. So, Brian, dispatch at 20. And there's the 1 minute mark. Yeah, or so I don't fall asleep. That's a good point. Yeah, brand new. I bought a whole box of these Nebraska plates. They're all brand new, and there's all kinds of different weird stuff in them, like commercial, dealer, bus, and they're all different. They're all new. So I think we all ride the short bus, Randall. And there's the minute 30 mark. Mark at 21. We should write short on it. It'd probably be worth more. Brian, dispatch at 23. Travis at 24. Leo at 25. Sam finally made it back. Brian, dispatch at 25. I had Leo first, and that does it. Leo at 25. All right. Another little grease cap. Hopefully we don't have the same problem we had with the last grease cap. This is a super cool one as well. Of course, banged up a little bit like some of these, just because they're aluminum and they're almost 100 years old. But this one does, the maker's mark is real clear on it on this Oakland. Good looking little cap. Randall at 10, starting us off. This one is 2 7/8 on the circle, on the big circle, and about 2 1/4 across the narrower part. And it's about 1.5 inches deep. Obviously, this does have the hex sides on it, so because these were threaded on, as we can see back here with the threads on the inside of the cap. The Oakland is very pronounced, very clear on it. You can see where it was actually cast into the piece as well when it was new. I got the Nut Farm at 10 as we get this one on the timer and get Boogie in. All right. I'm getting nervous after doing the last grease cap. I'm trying to keep an eye on comments. Hopefully something keeps rolling. After we did that Buick grease cap, I got a little worried. Sam, there's a car show in Great Bend on 19th. I was thinking about driving the Nova SS up for what I'll be in Tulsa that Saturday. And I will be in Springfield. So I won't be at the swap meet on the 19th, but I won't be back yet. So. Coming up on the minute mark, the Nut Farm at 10 on the Oakland grease cap. 1 minute has passed. Coming up on the minute 30 mark. $10. That's it. That's it on the Oakland cap. As we hit the minute 30 mark. I don't know if you're going to get a deal, Nut Farm, or if you should be worried. But we're going to find out here in a few more seconds. Nut Farm, 20. He's covering himself, and it's a good thing he did because Mark had 15. Nut Farm at 20. And that did it. So, Nut Farm at 20. Clutch concert at Cain's. God, Clutch, I haven't heard that band in a long time. Let's get back on the high seas with another Plymouth piece. early 50s, I think, on this little cap. Check this thing out. Scraped over here, but very, very clear and very nice on the ship and the ridges. This was originally red around it. Travis at 5. Chrome plated cap on a steel base. Tony was going to go on the Oakland, but he's already got one. Nut Farm at 30 on this one. Let me give you a right at 10 inches on this one. Right at 10 inches. Looks really good other than the scrape right here. So Nut Farm at 30. Let's get this thing on the timer. How about an Auburn badge? There we go, bud. Good idea. I don't know what Gray Kitty was doing over there. We'll give you a Hudson badge too while we're at it. What the heck? Nut Farm at 30. Alex at 32. Nut Farm scared a few competitors off, and then Alex came back at 32. Nut Farm at 35. What's nice about it is the ship is just so defined. I don't know if you guys can see it up close, but man, it didn't get whammoed in the ship. It survived. And if it wasn't for this over here, I mean, it'd be a super great cap to even put on a car. Nut Farm at 35. As we crest the 1 minute mark, we're on the back side of this one. Nut Farm at 35. And there's the minute 30 mark. Nut Farm at 35. Coming down to the wire on this one. We got a little bit of time left, but not much. Is anybody going to take a shot at the Nut Farm at 35? Plus, I just like saying the Nut Farm's got the bid. I think we all fit right in there. Nut Farm at 35. Just about done with this one. Ticking on down. And that worked. Nut Farm got it done. Nut Farm at 35. Cool piece. Let's catch a few more pieces tonight. One more license plate, one more badge bundle, and one more matchbook bundle. And then we'll get on to the magazine tonight. We're going to give you a Hudson badge while we're talking about it, though, as we grab this other license plate. Now, we've done a lot of we always look for like the low number license plates, the 1, the 2 digit. I kind of swung that the other way this time. This is a plate from Sedgwick County, which is Wichita. Yeah, Mark's already excited. And I saved the best for last, Mark. So Travis is already at 10. Since this is from Wichita, obviously the biggest city in Kansas, they had higher numbers. So this is a 6-digit plate from 1964, and it looks amazing. Check this out. Look at the colors on this thing. It filled the whole plate, though. Original paint. I just polished it out a little bit. Blue, white letters. The back side looks just about as good. I think it was installed. If you look, Alex at 25, if you look right here, it looks like it almost like it had a piece of wire on it as opposed to being, screwed on. But regardless, it looks amazing. Alex at 25. Let's get this thing on the timer and get rolling with it. On the 1964 Sedgwick County 6-digit plate. The 2 looks larger, and maybe a little bit. Alex at 25. We're coming up on the 1 minute mark. Wonder if we can see the timer in the plate. We haven't done that yet tonight. Yeah, we can kind of see it. There's so many letters on this, so many numbers on this one, it's hard to see, but there's the 1 minute mark. Yeah, we can make it out right there in the reflection on the blue paint. Just past the 1 minute mark. Yeah, it does kind of look neat being a completely stuffed full plate. Alex at 25. 2 looks dropped. Yeah, it does. It actually, that's what it does look like. It's dropped a little bit. Minute 30 has passed. We're coming down to the wire on this one. Minute 30 is gone. A little bit of time left. Alex at 25. Great looking plate. Next, we got a badge bundle. Alex at 32. He's getting a little nervous, trying to cover himself. That could be somebody's birthday. Big job at 35. Alex's 32 wasn't enough, and that did it. Big job at 35. Big job, slid that one in right there at the end. Nobody even seen him coming. Pew. All right, one more badge bundle, one more matchbook. This is something for our Buick fans. We got a whole plethora of Buick emblems, starting off with a Buick emblem. This is plastic, late 70s, 4.5 inches long, just a basic plain Buick. Going with that, a Regal shield, the blue shield, missing this blue, from an 80s era. Regal. Travis at 5. 2-inch square on the Regal badge. This is plastic, double-sided tape. Leo at 10. And another cool little Buick emblem. Once again, a plastic, double-sided tape of the old school Tri-Shield on here, on this one. It is right at 2 inches in diameter as well on the Buick Tri-Shield. And one more, this one is metal on the Regal badge. This is chrome-plated metal. It has 2 broken mounting studs that were here and here. One stud is still there on the Buick Regal. You're getting all 4 for one deal. Leo at 10. Let's get this thing on the timer. Let's share them with you a little bit more and see if anybody else wants to jump in over Leo on all of these Buick badges. Leo at 10. All 4, one deal. Here we go. We are on the timer. We got one more batch after this, some matchbooks. Buick on the Buick badge bundle, and then we're going to get into the magazine. Leo at 10. Johnny Z at 20. One minute has now passed. We are past the 1 minute mark on the back side of this one. Rolling down to the end. One more piece after this. And there is the 1 minute, 30-second mark. We hit the 1:30 mark. Johnny Z at 20, ticking down on this one, coming down towards the end. Getting ready to wrap this one up. Johnny Z's getting worried now. Brian Dispatch has got to get to bed. Appreciate you being here. Glad you hung out for most of the night, Brian. Johnny Z at 20. We got a little bit of time left, but not a lot. What's going to happen? Johnny Z at 20 on the Buick badge bundle. And that did it. You got lucky, Johnny Z. I know you were getting nervous, but nobody else jumped in. So it all worked out just fine. Tape these back up so I can get them all in the box to Johnny Z. And one more thing tonight. Let's do one more batch of matchbooks. I told you I'd probably save the best for last. And we're going to get into those right now. These are actually, Travis don't even care. He's already thrown out there at 10. These are all gas and oil. Yes, I'm going to sell a few gas and oil ones, starting off with Schroeder Service, independent dealer from Lorain, Kansas, oil and gas. The next one is Sovereign Service from Hutchinson, Kansas. And the last, a beautiful Texaco from Herb Service in Fort Macleod, Altoona. I don't know. I don't know if that's Canadian or what. Travis at 10. All three of them, all going together, all gas and oil. Good colors, good graphics. Travis at 10. Let's get this thing rolling. This is it for tonight. We're going to wrap it up after this and move on to the magazine. Travis at 10. We don't know what Mark's going to do, but it's probably going to be last minute after what he did last time. But nothing is happening, and these are all good matchbooks. So I'm wondering if Mark's not the only one waiting to the end. And there's the 1 minute mark. 1 minute has passed. We're coming down to the wire. We're coming down to the end of tonight's auctions. $10 on the matchbooks, all three of them, one-shot deal. Just wondering how many. Mark at 12. Wonder how many people are waiting to the end. Mark at 12. And there is the minute 30 mark. Travis at 13. Just about ready to wrap this one up. Mark at 15, coming down to the wire. Mark at 15. And that does it. Leo came in at 16 at 201. Mark at 15. All right. Fun night tonight, even though it was kind of a mess when everything crashed, kind of screwed everything up. But we fought through. Most of you guys got back on. We ended up having a good time anyway, even though it was a little bit of a challenge. Let's get into the magazine tonight. Let's give you some badges. Kevin's got a bail. Glad you made it most of the night. And let's get into some of the August of 1965 issue of Hot Rod. Got any 80s Ford trucks? Depends on which body style we're talking about, 80 to 86 or 87 on up. I've got a few of each. So the August 1965 issue of Hot Rod, cover price of 50 cents. Obviously, when we get into these, we could look at every single thing in them. So we got to be kind of selective as we get into some of these magazines and try to hit some of the high spots. Glad you guys had fun tonight on the auction. Bill Twitch has got to bail off. Glad you were here tonight, Bill. Glad you're back on with us. So we'll catch part of this one tonight, and then we will finish it up next week. Or actually, I don't know it may be a few weeks before we finish this one up, depending on what happens next week, since I'm probably not going to be here. And we'll just do something from on the road. So, but anyway, let's get into the August 65 issue of Hot Rod. Let's catch a few of the articles and catch a few of the ads tonight. Obviously, tonight's been somewhat of a challenge anyway, but we'll go ahead and get started on this magazine and check out some cool stuff. Something for Randy right out of the gate. Something that we don't think about a lot and something we don't see very often, but I'll be darned if it wasn't here. Bored and stroked to 1900 cc's, fitted with deep breathing Okrasa heads, sporting a wild Isky cam and topped with Solex carbs. A 56 Volkswagen sedan springs to life and becomes the terror of Street Eliminator. Yeah, check that thing out. Randy's big into racing bugs, so that probably all makes complete sense to him. So Tony hopes he doesn't become an addict buying more magazines. Inside shot of the bug drag car. Got pretty technical for, just a magazine article. Gary's got to sign off. Glad you were here tonight, Gary. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you come back. Glad you're hanging out with us. The next article, this thing is super cool. 160 plus for an Encore immaculate roadster worth of standing ovations at any car show. And this thing is super cool on this little roadster, packing a supercharged Hemi in color. Check out this spread. Good looking car right there. Next page, even more color. And this is something a little bit different. Obviously, I don't know a lot about this, but obviously a lot of involvement. In the mid-60s, Ford was going after everybody. Obviously, anybody, most of us, I'm sure, have seen Ford versus Ferrari. If you haven't, you need to. About obviously taking Ford to Le Mans, competing with Ferrari, with Shelby. But this was something different. Ford at Indy. Yes, they were going after IndyCar as well, and even have more color with these action shots for Ford at Indy. Tweely D liked it. I thought it was a great movie. So Ford was going hard after Indy racing as well. More great pictures. Something else that was happening in August of 1960, in August of 65, something that was kind of different. Obviously, Shelby had just, they started doing Cobras around 62. And in 65, we started seeing these Shelby Mustangs. Mustang with fangs, the GT350, when Ford started tweaking those. So you got to remember, this was a pretty big deal. This was a factory car tweaked by Shelby to go out and hit the track and be competitive. Number one, I just realized I can follow along page by page with his Motor Trend app. It has all the magazines on file. Well, that's kind of interesting. So if it's something that's owned by Motor Trend, you can check some of that stuff out as we're going through it. Yeah, when he stole their stopwatch app, I remember that. Scott's dream car. Mark saw one on the road last week. Scott, do you have the early popular hot rodding mags that show the beginnings for the Project X buildup? Not that I know of. I don't think so. 5R002 has its own website. I did not even realize that. If you guys haven't seen those videos, you've got to check out the 5R002 videos that we did with our good friend Jim Wex when they sold that car at Indy a few years ago. Jim got us behind the ropes, opened the doors, opened the trunk. We looked that thing over really close. You don't want to miss those videos. That was great. Some of the differences that they were changing to make the Mustang more competitive for the track. And on to a few more things to share with you tonight, and then get into some ads. This one was a very unique race car. That's why I definitely wanted to share it with you. The Jersey Jimmy. This, from what I can tell, just looking at the pictures, and we'll see if you guys agree. Yeah, we talked to John that day when we did the videos. He was there. Obviously, him and Wicks know each other well. So, Mark's wife wants a 60s Mustang. All he's got to do is write a check. But yeah, he was there when they sold that car. That was a pretty cool day. But the Jersey Jimmy, this was back when, literally, I think this was a safety third type build. But being it's a 6-cylinder, but the GMCs had big sixes. That's what this is. The Jersey Jimmy. You guys look at these pictures, and then you let me know what you think of whether this was a safety third type build. Take this one in, and like I said, back in the 60s, a lot of this stuff, that was the entire cage. You were just basically sitting right out there in the open with a couple of pieces of steel tubing around you. Big inline 6 GMC, 3 carbs. Take a second and check that one out. Sam's son worked for him. Yeah, it seemed like a good guy from that time when I met him. One more car we're going to check out tonight before we get into the ads. Like I said, there's a ton more cool stuff in this magazine. But this is a great looking car. The car's called the Quickie 2. And this is the quintessential 60s front engine digger. I mean, just a great looking car. Definitely wanted to check this one out and share it with you guys. I mean, front engine dragster, 392 Hemi, supercharged. Just, I mean, literally what you expect to see when you open a car magazine from the 60s. Check this one out, guys. It checks all the right boxes for a front engine digger of this era. That's right. The rear end is the leg rest, literally. If you guys notice that, you're literally sitting right over the diff. That's how those cars were set up. The largest bids today, I think, were in the $40-some range. Nothing real expensive or real high dollar tonight. So with that, let's get back to the front and check out some of the ads. Now, the cars, actually, that Beetle article, the first article we looked at, that was on page 30. So there's a lot of ads in this magazine. Obviously, we can't catch them all, but we'll have some more cool cars and stuff to get into in this magazine, probably week after next, since I'm going to be on the road. We'll do a magazine next week. But just flip the cover open on this thing, and it's so cool. Isky and Rebel wheels, right? I just boom, boom, right inside the cover. Obviously, Iskandarian, a legend even by 1965 and still going strong today. Rebel wheels, aftermarket wheels, just starting to become part of the hot rod world in the mid 60s. And even then, most guys couldn't afford them. You know, by today's standards, they don't seem like much, but you got to remember those wheels are probably 40 or 50 bucks a piece, maybe 30 or 40 bucks a piece, and you're making $1 an hour. So, you're basically spending an entire week's check on one wheel. You got a month's worth of pay to try to come up with a set of wheels. Really wasn't cost effective for most guys to start with. But still great ads. And to go back here, 58 years later and check them out and enjoy them is still pretty cool. I don't know what happened to Crane cams. I don't know if they're out of business or sold out. If they're still in business, they might be. I don't know. Midwest Auto Specialties. This one isn't J.C. Whitney. This is Midwest Auto Specialties. Out of this world prices at Midwest with big discounts. Check out this ad. There again, color was expensive. They needed to do something that would catch your eye with what they had to work with. Another dual two-pager back-to-back, or face-to-face, actually. DuPont transmission sealer. I mean, we're familiar with DuPont paint, DuPont transmission sealer, as well as Autolite spark plugs. Once again, all black and white. So this one was really cool. The 7-inch tire with the 10-inch bite from the Eliminator Tire and Rubber Company. Yes, the Eliminator Tire and Rubber Company. Check this thing out for this cheater slick. Literally, the Eliminator Tire Company. I thought this was a great ad. S&S Cycle bought Crane cams. There we go. There we got an answer. Now, more wheels. The last wheels we looked at were Rebels. These are Raiders from the Wheel Corporation of America. Clocked for action, the original Raider wheels. Told you guys there was a lot of cool ads in here. Here's something kind of different. Alamite, motor oil detergent and motor oil treatment. From the Alamite division of, this was kind of interesting, Stuart Warner. Yes, Alamite division of Stuart Warner gauges. Engine oil additives in 65, made by Alamite with Stuart, who was owned by Stuart Warner. This is another great one here. Once again, black and white. Even Mercury wasn't spending money on color ads yet. Do you have one of those cans? I don't remember if I do or not. I do have one of these on the next page. I know I've got that can. Ozark Fox's uncle had a set of Raider wheels on a 58 Edsel wagon. I bet that was kind of funky. But on to the next ad. Even Mercury wasn't spending money on full color ads, even in black and white for their race team, the Comet Drag Team. The front view, out of consideration for competitors who will become very familiar with the rear view. The three humans in this picture are the farmer Arnie Beswick, Dino Don Nicholson, and Hayden Profit. Very succinct and to the point ad, but no color on the Mercury Comet Drag Team ad. Something else we talk about, sometimes I've seen a few of these in the past, the Shelby ads, where you can order shift knobs, t-shirts, keychains, lighters, decals, posters, all kinds of Shelby memorabilia you can order direct from them, along with more wheel stuff. Of course, the iconic Krager SS wheel. Now Tony's got to buy this magazine. Now, once again, back to the aftermarket wheels, really becoming a big deal in this era. However, this one actually has a price. Magnum 500s by the Motor Wheel Corporation. This is the new Magnum 500 custom wheel, a real goer with distinctive styling, matchless quality for as low as $79.95 for a set of 4. So those were $20 a piece. On these Magnum 500s by the Motor Wheel Corporation. So you figure that's still $20 a wheel. That's still, at 40 hours a week at $1 an hour, 2 weeks worth of wages just to pay for the wheels. Then you got to ship them, mount them, balance them, things like that. So. Another great tire ad, as if the Eliminator tire ad wasn't good enough. Now the iconic M&H Race Master from the M&H Tire Company. A very basic, simple ad for M&H. But it made the point, and that's what they needed to do. All right, we'll catch a few more ads, and then we're going to be about ready to wrap this one up. That doesn't look like an eye from this distance. Well, we'll give you a little closer up look. Is that better? Couple more to catch here, and then we're going to be moving on. And one that we absolutely have to catch, the Hurst Corporation. If anybody out there still doesn't know why you should have a Hurst shifter on the floor, speak to the Shifty Doctor. You'll find Doc Watson and his performance practitioners at all the championship drag meets. What do? They tour the strips with their mobile shifter hospital and Hurst Performance Clinic, a fully equipped machine shop on wheels, helping the competitors sort out problems, patch up, and improvise. Yes, Hurst talking about the guys they sent to the track to help competitors who were using their products. This is another one, and this is also a shifter ad from Fenton. Now, I'm used to hearing Fenton with like 6-cylinder split headers and things like that. Practically everyone prefers Fenton stick shifts, and this is definitely a catchy ad. Check this thing out. With Dracula in his coffin dragster with a Fenton shifter. Nope, no Linda Vaughn in this one. One more ad to catch. Clark wins the Indy 500 with a tiger in his tank. Yes, Esso, the tiger in your tank promotion from Esso gasoline back in the mid-60s. That some of you guys probably even remember that. So that'll catch us about to the halfway point of the August 1965 issue of Hot Rod. Mark does remember it. And we'll finish this one up here in a few weeks after I get back, since next week, since I'll be on the road, I don't think we're going to try to get into a magazine not knowing what we're going to have for an internet connection or anything like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the beginning of this. We will see how things wrap up here in a few weeks. But so far, so good. Let's run through the, we haven't run through the raffle yet. Let's do that real quick. And then we will talk about new videos and what's coming up. And then we will go ahead and wind this thing down. So, raffle. Who is in? And then let's yank out another bonus one. This week, Johnny Z, Mark Falcon, Alec Blanchett, and as we all know, Zach Thompson. Only 4 names in there. So let's yank out another bonus drawing here real quick before we wrap things up. We'll be on next week, Sam. It's just going to be an abbreviated episode. Zach again. Well, Zach's already got one tonight. Zach. 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 Alec Blanchett. All right, let's get one out for Alec. Out of the other can. Yep, that's exactly right, Mark. What do we got for Alec in here? Oh, another little Tootsie. 2 Tootsies tonight. This one like a little Jeep thingy. On the little Tootsie for Alec. Let's get Alec's name on this one. Put that one in the tub for him to get it out with his next batch. And, of course, as always, right back into the big Buick oil can for the main raffle. The main raffle, like we talked about last week, the badges, grand prize, the Ford, the Nash, the Chevy, and the Studebaker. That's going to be the grand prize. The second and third names. The second name will have the choice between the Buick and the Whippet, and then the third name will get the other one that's left. So great badges, awesome pieces, great collection of badges for this month's winner. Right out of the gate, start your badge collection. Remember, $1 per chance. Every dollar you send me, put you in here one time. $5 you're in here 5 times. $10, 10 times, etc., etc. Big Job's got to jump off. He may have a phone call in the middle of the night. I don't blame you. Get a little bit of sleep because you probably got a big night ahead of you. So let's keep everybody pulling for Big Job. Hope he has a successful night and a new grandbaby by tomorrow. What else is going on this week? Toy Tuesday. We will do Toy Tuesday normal at 7 o'clock. And then next Sunday, like I said, it's going to be a crapshoot. I do plan on going on at about 7 roughly. My plan is to go on normally at 7. If something changes, it's going to be 7:15, 7:30. I will post to that if I'm going to be a little bit late. But tentatively, we will shoot for doing something at 7 o'clock. Hopefully, I'll find some stuff on the road. I might take a couple things with me for an auction. Hopefully, I'll find a few things on the road for an auction. And we'll get together and we'll hang out for a little bit. It may only be 10 minutes with the internet in a hotel, but we'll hang out for a little bit. So we'll see how it all goes. Other than that, I've got a ton of new inventory I've got to share with you guys. I'm going to try to get some more of that stuff shot before I leave. So I've got plenty of new inventory. Great, Randall. Appreciate that. I'm going to try to get a bunch of that shot so I can get some of that up. Still got a ton of Pioneer Village stuff. Still got Auburn Court Duesenberg stuff. Plus, obviously, once we do get on the road, we will get to hopefully get some stuff from the Springfield Swap Meet in Springfield, Missouri. And shoot, maybe some of you guys will be there and can hang out and do some video with us. So anyway, with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and wind this thing up. I don't know about you guys. I am beat. I am exhausted. It has been a long weekend. KB1s or 2s? Yes, I do have KB1s and 2s as well. Kenny says, thanks for number 174. Yep, that's crazy to think that this is episode number 174. We've been doing this long. But we have, and you guys keep coming back, so we must be doing something at least kind of right. But with that, I appreciate everybody's support. I appreciate your participation in the auctions and the raffles and coming by every Sunday and spending basically your entire Sunday evening with me and the rest of all of us nobodies. Appreciate you guys making this what it is. And we will see you guys at 7 o'clock Central Time Tuesday evening for some Toy Tuesday. And then again, like I said, next Sunday, hopefully about 7 o'clock, we will be on for at least a little while. We can check in with everybody, see what went on for the week and stuff like that. So with that, I'm going to sign off. We will see you Tuesday night. We will get you some more content up this week. And we will definitely hope to see everybody, if everything works out, next Sunday evening for some more Sunday Night Live chat. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great week.